Welcome, lovely people, to Town Print Studio. Back again on replay. We're giving you good match fixes. Aside that, we're going to dive into some news in the sport world, the entertainment based on the sports sector, with some transfers going to happen and some news on key star players in the industry. But having with me today in the studio, Mr. Michael and Mr. Ken. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you. And you, Junior?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Hanging in there, trying my best. So, yeah. Thank you again for joining again another episode on replay. But today we're not going to have a scoreline prediction. We're going to talk about news in the whole sports sector. We're going to start with the transfers that are going to happen. We have Mbappe from PSG into Real Madrid. What's your take on this transfer? Because you're a Real Madrid big fan. So do you think his transfer is going to be a good move for you guys to replace Benzema, or you think no, I shouldn't talk too much. Let me let the Real Madrid guy talk
Thank
for
you,
us.
Junior,
You're welcome.
for this
Yeah.
opportunity. Well, like I've said in our previous episode about Mbappe joining Real Madrid. For me, I'm a Madrid fan. Of course, Mbappe will add, flavor to the Madrid team.
Yeah.
And Madrid currently need a striker. But although Mbappe is not a striker, but he can substitute for that role if it comes at the end of the season. That is, if Madrid didn't get a actual striker. And don't forget, Madrid have been after Mbappe for a couple of seasons right now, and Mbappe now has made it known to the hierarchy of PSG that his intention to leave at the end of the season. He made the intention not last season, but because of the transfer and also the clause in between his contract and all of that, there was a little bit of uncertainty. But now he's going to be a free man at the end of the season, and he's free to join whatever team he wants to join. And Madrid has always made their interest known that they want him in Madrid. And when it comes to Madrid, I think it's going to be a more positive, positive news for the Madrid fan all over the world, and Madrid as a team also. And Mbappe also want to win trophies. And when you come to Madrid, you always win trophies.
So when you come to Madrid, automatically you're going to win trophies.
You will win trophies.
So he's missing that part of his football career, you mean? So because
he has won the World Cup.
Yeah, World Cup.
He has won the Nations League, Europe Nations League. So I think he wants this in his trophy cabinet, Champions League.
So we match for him.
Champions League is our birthright. So I think it's going to be a good one for him and also for Madrid.
Yeah,
that's good.
So you think his transfer is a good one? It's a good move?
Yeah, the transfer is going to be good news. And there's some speculation that is not complete yet, but I want to believe the transfer is already done of the president of
La Liga.
La Liga, the Football Federation of Spain, Javier Tebas, he has come up to say he believes Mbappe is going to join Madrid 99.9%. So if that has been out, I think it's already a done deal. So welcome home, Mbappe.
You're so happy about this.
Very happy.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So yeah, before we move on to the next transfer rumors, okay, we can move on to that one. But do you have any take on Mbappe's transfer to Real Madrid?
Sure, that is a brilliant move, and I'm happy for Mbappe. He's a young, talented footballer, and I wish him the best. And I believe I would love to see him play with the likes of Rodrigo, Junior, Vinicius, and Bellingham, and I think those guys would be hard to crack. These are kind of players that would put football on another scale at Real Madrid. So the inclusion of Mbappe would be something beautiful, and I know Ancelotti is a very good coach, very tactical. He has plans for him, and he'll be able to fit inside and do what is always expected of him. And can always say to win trophies and also to enter to another realm of his career. Probably be voted the best player of the year So
There's a lot of windows can open through that
sure.
that link, and then I think it should.
I am actually hoping that's one of my. I love him. I love him. I love everything about him. So I would love him to 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 win the best player, and he moving to Madrid would actually put him in that spot, and I wish him well. He will do well. So I hope the transfer
Gets finally ticked off the box, and then
cemented, and
you see him in a good number, then the white jersey, in the sports field, and then I'm
Hala
sure you're gonna
Madrid.
be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's gonna, because you mentioned Madrid fans, but you should have said I personally, Ken will be happy, including Madrid fans. That would be nice. That would be nice. So yeah, one of the rumors in the whole sports world. We are going back now to Chelsea. So there's this rumor about Chelsea sending scout to watch Napoli striker Victor Osimhen and Barcelona defender Julius Koundé. And we're going to start with the Chelsea guy here, because he knows how far the team is going, how far the coach is trying to cope with his whole changes, and then bringing up the Chelsea we used to know way back. Do you think this transfer of these two individuals will have a significant impact on the Chelsea's way of playing, and maybe bring you guys back to where you used to be?
yeah, it's a scout rumor about Osimhen. Osimhen is very energetic, and I'm wondering what the coach would the role that he would play as a striker, because if you watch him closely play in the Serie A, you can see the specific role that he plays, and what he does, and why he produced the result that he produces. You understand? So I would be very happy that if that should happen, then that same opportunity will be assigned to him, so that he can produce the same results that he was doing. Then that he'll be fantastic to watch, and score more goals. Because we have the issue with we had the same issue with Lukaku 2 or 3 seasons ago, that he couldn't
Fit in.
not a profit in the style of play.
Yeah.
Did not actually allow him to deliver what's expected of him.
Okay.
But you see him play under Mourinho in Inter, and also in Roma. He was fantastic. So Osimhen could do well, but he actually has to play in the right kind of position that would help him to to shine and to score more goals. Understand? So I put him that skill. I'll be very glad to see him play for Chelsea. He's a very promising star, and we would see how it goes. Now it's a scatter rumor, but if Chelsea could land him, that'd be fantastic. But my worry will be if the coach would, the manager would put him in a very strategic place, and use him the right way, so that they could get the best of him. Else, that would be a fiasco, and I would love to see that.
Okay, so you think there can be a win-win from both sides if it actually happens, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. So that would be a very very exciting. But like I said, that is one of the issues that I will be looking at. If they will be able to, if you'll be able to meet his expectations, understand, and do what it's supposed to do.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So to you, Mr. Ken, Victor Osimhen so far from the AFCON, he's playing Napoli. You know how the Serie A plays. You said it already, with the whole energy and stuff. Do you think if this ever happens, it's gonna be a good move for him, his career, or his play, or something like that?
Definitely. Every player wants to excel in their career,
Yeah.
and also want to move forward. I believe it's going to be a big opportunity for him, and beneficiary also. If he goes to Chelsea, like what Michael said, it depends what pattern and what style the coach wants to play. because Osimhen has a similar play like Didier Drogba, and also which fits the Premiership, because Premiership is all about the energetic, running, jamming, so which he has that quality already. But also very important, the pattern of the coach. What did he want? What kind of player he wants in the box? So that's also going to play a big factor that will determine whether if he comes, he will just going to be blamed quickly. We're going to take time. So that's one thing we should look at it also. And also, if he goes to a Spanish league, also it's also a good thing for him also, because also he's in the radar of Barcelona and Real Madrid also. So in both ways, it's going to be an opportunity for him in his career also, and also to see a different, because he come from he started in Germany, in Wolfsburg, also in Belgium, then France, now Italy. So you can see the trajectory in his career. So I think it's going to be a perfect transfer for him if he goes either way. But as a Madrid fan, I want him to come to Madrid. Come to Madrid, baby.
You want to take everybody to Madrid?
Yeah, because we are the trophy loving club, and come on, win trophy. So I think it's going to be a good move for him. It's high time for him to leave Italy. My opinion is high time. He has given everything he has to give in Italy. Yeah. So in Italy, in the Serie A. So I think it's high time he moved. So I hope this rumor becomes reality. And so
that should be fine. Hopefully we see how it goes. But definitely Mbappe's one, the 99% chance makes it very high. Who knows, by this time it's already signed and then they're just keeping it under the carpet. You never know.
In football, there's a political statement also.
Okay.
So I think that's playing a role here.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So taking out from the rumors, we move on to one of the big spotlights news from the whole soccer world on this guy, ex-Barcelona player, Dani Alves. He was sentenced to prison for sexual assault, and then there was a whole controversy around it. So we're going to dive a little bit into it. What's your take on it? Do you think footballers in the whole are trying to keep up their integrity or try to maintain some public stand in the community, or you think in general they need to take care of themselves because you make an impact in the society? So if you're really like a public figure, what is the steps you need to take? So for now, he's been sentenced to like 4.5 years in prison. But do you think what actually happened was preventable, or you think it's been happening on a regular basis to more people in the spotlight? So Mr. Ken, any take on this?
I will say this, okay, Junior. I think there's a winch hunt in all famous athletes, not only football especially, but in this case, we're talking about Dani Alves, a great player that have given
all football,
all football fans all over the world great football. And also, I'm against violence against any human being, female or male, and also I'm against rape, assault. Okay, but in some of these situations, there are a lot of things we should look into before we conclude on any judgment. Going from like the case of if you retract back for some seconds, Neymar, that been talking to a particular lady, and the chats are there, the messages are there. She finally flew to France to meet with Neymar when Neymar was in PSG, and fortunate for Neymar, he planted a camera, in the hotel room, and which the girl didn't know, and she didn't know about it. At the end of the day, she came out that Neymar raped her or almost raped her or something. But thank God for the camera.
There's evidence
that it was not true. It was actually her assaulting Neymar on that camera. So when I said that to say this, in the case of Dani Alves, it was rumored that they met in the club and Dani Alves was drunk or the girl was drunk, and one of them was in the toilet, or different news to have their own different view of the incident. But in all of this, I think the footballer should be careful, and also athletes, that you are in the top flight, and also you are, because athletes, you are an example to other kids looking up to you. So there should be a moral character from them, also how they behave, what they do, and also in terms of um, relationship, and where they will be at any point in time. They should be aware of their surroundings, what they say, their actions, and even what they do. So that they should take that into an account, because that can come back and haunt them. So, and when it comes, the media will not say, oh, the media will just only want to blow what they want people to hear, especially their magazine or their outlet. So they should be careful. So for Danny Alves, it's a pity. Like I used the example of Neymar, we are not there, okay, and we don't know what really transpired. And courts, I'm not neglecting I respect the court system, the judicial system. I respect that a lot. So they work with evidence. I believe they would have looked into evidence, but also we've also, from experience, we also know that the judicial system also can make faults, in some cases. So, but in all, we lost a legend, we lost a great player, and I think will be a lesson for other players coming up, and other players that currently in the spotlight. Wherever you are, what you're doing, be conscious of your surrounding and protect yourself. So that's my take on Danny Alves. I wish him well, and also his family. I know they are going through a tough time, and I hope they will be consoled, and that's life. Where we find ourselves in this sports world today. Athletes need to be careful. I'm also an athlete, so I know what I'm talking about. So they need to be careful, and it's not business as usual anymore. It's the world is evolving,
Yeah.
So they need to really take account and take responsibility of where they are and what they are doing. So that's my take on that.
That's a solid one, Mr. Michael. Anything to add? Yeah.
That's like Mr. Kendra rightfully said. It's very unfortunate that incident. We have such a situation like that. Daniel is a very great player, very experienced defender. Played in a different level of football, and got himself into this mess. And it's you guys have to be careful out there, as I suppose a figure or a public figure out there, and like I said, be careful for surroundings, and make sure that you don't get yourself into trouble, because there's this thing in this world that you cannot you can't have your you can't eat your cake and have it. You understand? So
Yeah.
when you get yourself into mistakenly, consciously or unconsciously or whatsoever situation that you find yourself, you just have to be careful and how to play safe. You understand, and avoid such situations. Then you don't get yourself in such. Personally, I was very devastated to see him go that way. That could have been prevented. But that also serves as a lesson to the sports, to the sports figures out there to be very careful in their daily activities and their life outside the football field and what they do. So they will leave a good name for generations to, after they are done with football whatsoever, they would continue to impact the world in a more positive way. You understand? But it was unfortunate that it happened, and the evidence are shown, and the courts has to go. Yeah, like that. Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but yeah, life still goes on.
Yeah, very quite an unfortunate
Yeah.
situation, but however, life moves on, and there is a great lesson to be learned from this. Like,
Sure.
the more the ladder you're climbing up, you have to make sure you take care of yourself and watch how you walk around, whatever you do, because it can have great impact on whatever you've done. Because we can forget every achievement and just keep up the black side of what has actually transpired. So those were some of the top news in the whole and sports sector. And I thank you guys for joining me again in
Thank
the
you for having
studio.
me.
Yeah, we're gonna catch you guys same time next week. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow, like, and put in the comment section what you think or what's your take on the Daniel Alves or some of the rumors we talk about with the transfers. And I'm sure we're gonna catch you guys same time next week. It's your boy Junior, and I'm out.